Yes. Okay. Hi. How are you doing? I still have the Christmas background. Okay. Okay. 1 second. There's always something happening in my stream that's not working. One moment. Where's my Christmas background so I can remove it? Oh my God. Chat overlay? No, that's not it. How did it? Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay. Cool. There we go. All right, all right. Okay, by the way, can you hear me? Yes, I think you can hear me. The music you just heard, I created that. I didn't have, I had an Epidemic Sound subscription until last year, and I didn't want to have it anymore. I want to switch over to Artlist, which I have not started yet, so I used one of my songs that I did 6 years ago. It's called Modular Hills. It's kind of like, it's just going on like that. Yeah, if you want to hear it, I can put it in the chat here. 1 second. There we go. Boop. That's my song if you want to hear it. Yeah, you can submit your works, your first work, your last work. This was actually, I think, suggested by Wiki. By who suggested that? Let me see here. Live stream idea. No, by Joanna Crosby. She suggested it to me. Thank you very much for that. Shout out to you. Awesome. So let's talk a little bit. It's so many things are going on right now, right? Oh, now I can't. If I pin the message, I can't read the. Oh, no, can I now? I think now I can read the first message. Hi, Vicky. How are you doing? Hi, Fernando. How are you doing? Hi, Will. Hi. I have to use my glasses. Keegan. Hi. Caleb. I'm sorry. Hi. Tangent. Hi. How are you doing? The Russian name that I can never pronounce. I'm sorry. I always forget it. Hi, Will. Hi, Nasana. How are you doing? There's Vicky again. Who else is here? Sheena. Hi. Ikari, hi, how are you doing? Caleb, by the way, write where you're from. That would always be good. We kind of abandoned that tradition, so write where you come from. For example, Shena comes from Berlin. Hi. Diana comes from Avignon. There we go. See? People around the world. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so very, very interesting. And there's so much going on. Like, for example, if you didn't know that, I want to show you before we start a little bit of things here. We can disable this here. Let me switch over so you can see my screen. One moment. Is everything okay this time? Yes, that all looks good. Let me quickly see the background of my screen. Oh, Affinity Photo is still open. We have to close this, folder here. The rest looks good. Okay, yes. No, disconnected? Why? Oh my god. We disconnected? How is this happening? I was preparing, but fuck, please don't tell me this is... Oh my god. Trying to reconnect. Why is this not working right now? Sign in. What the hell? Connections open? But it should... Am I online or not? What is going on? Why does it disconnect? Reconnected successfully. Am I still online? I'm in a hotel right now, and this is really bugging me out. That it's sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. I made the live stream an hour earlier because it turns off. They turn the router off every day at 3 o'clock. They restart the router 3 at night. I'm still online. Okay, that's good. I'm sorry, man. I'm kind of like traveling and doing YouTube is cool, but being at home and having everything you need is kind of more stable for the process. Anyways, what did I want to show you? Oh yes, you're seeing my. I do have a Discord, which is pretty cool. You can see there's a lot of posts here, a lot of stuff going on, discussions. And we also have now a section for models and embeddings. You can see there's a lot of different models and embeddings in here that you can download. You can use them for free. Of course, they are provided by the community, so I don't give any guarantees on how you can use them, what they are trained on, but this is just like where the community is showing off their tools that they provide for you. You can see there's some pretty cool stuff in here. And also we now have daily challenge. Up here you find the challenge topic, same as in my Facebook group. The last one was pickle, what was it? Pickle with a monocle. So we have pretty cool images here, as we had in the Facebook group. And I also have a Facebook group. Let me show you that too, real quick before we get started here. This is my Facebook group. I hope there's not anything private popping up right now. We have over 20,000 members on Facebook, which is pretty crazy. On Discord, I think we have over 2,000 at least, 2,200, 2,400, something like that. Pretty amazing. Right now, I'm working in the Facebook group to get it more like in a discussion mode. You see here is the same kind of daily challenge with the same topics. Pretty cool. People posting a lot, sharing a lot of content. And yeah, so this is a little bit more like the community is very nice. Let's say it like that, because I have a really like an eye on nice conversations and nice content, and everything is friendly. And I don't want to have this kind of toxic aggression that's in some other groups. I don't go for that. If people get rude, they are just out. I'm not compromising in that area, because I just want to have a good community that wants to work on AI art and like bring everything forward and share their ideas and passions about that. So it's pretty important. And so I want to like inspire more discussion on that. I did a little bit today about, we discussed about, I don't even know where their post is right now. What is being done from the side of AI artists towards like pushing our agenda forward? You know what I mean? Like the anti-AI movement is pushing on a lot of different areas. Of course, they kind of know AI is here to stay, but they want to like legally frame it in certain ways, stuff like that, which is kind of interesting, kind of cringy at the same time sometimes with the things that they are wanting to enforce. Kind of, I don't know how it's going to happen. But of course, it's also interesting that we have some people speaking for our interests, right? And that we formulate kind of who do we want to be? What kind of interest do we have? What is the like overall aspiration, the overall theory? What kind of new mediums come and stuff like that? You know, like with other art forms, like when photography came around, when computer arts came around, stuff like that, there have been like very influential people, stuff like that, and they formulated new concepts, new ideas. This is how it's changing, right? A good example is, for example, how synthesizers changed electronic music. Now, of course, that wasn't from now to to like tomorrow. It was over a long time. This time it's probably going a lot faster because we have the internet, we have all of that exchange. But yeah, it's good to have people to think about the theories, the concepts, the ways things are used, right? So yeah, let's see if we can do that. I would like to like have more intense, deeper discussions and just like work on that. By the way, if you didn't know that, let me look that up real quick. Humble bundle. Let me go here. I don't need that. They have book bundles, and they right now, if you're interested, they have this book bundle here. I just bought it. You get 30 books. 30 books, that's a lot. For, you can see here, 16, 17 euros. That's like $17 probably if you go with dollars. And you get all of these books that you see here. I read into some of them. They are kind of good. I mean, for the price, they are awesome. For like the original price they're asking, I don't know, but you can still learn a lot from them. So that's pretty cool. And also they kind of inspire interest. That's pretty cool. You learn a lot about these kind of things, of what the basics of machine learning, stuff like that. You don't have to read all of them, of course. So I thought if I spend that money and I read maybe 2 or 3 of them, or I look into them and just look things up, that's already a good investment, right? So if you're interested, I can post that. This is not an affiliate link or anything. I can just post it in the chat if you're interested in that. And I want to discuss stuff like that also more in my group. Yes, that links work. So let me put that into the chat if I find it. There's the chat. There we go. So there's a lot of stuff to discuss today. And I also started here in my Facebook group. The last thing I want to show you here, guides under guides. Today, because I was reading one of the books, and then I looked up different topics that are explained in the book. So here are different methods of training for artificial intelligence. And the book is kind of giving a good explanation, but it could be better. So I asked ChatGPT, and ChatGPT actually wrote really good examples here. So here's a list of the different training methods. And then down here in the comments, you can see examples for each of these training methods. So you really understand what they are used for, how they are used for. There should actually be 5. Yeah, there's more here. And that is very, very useful, right? To have that. This is not necessarily how it's done for image AI, but so you understand the overall concept of how AI works, what it's used for, the different use cases we already have, because AI is not that new as it might seem. It has been around for decades, basically. And if you go to Amazon and you get products suggested to you, that is AI in a certain way, right? And other things out there are also used for AI. So these kind of things. Anyways, statistics, things like that, right? If you go to YouTube, you get something suggested that is also kind of a form of that. Anyways, let me go back here to the chat so we can have a look at this. Anyone write something? Ikari says, how do you do mass calculations in chemical reactions? Huh? I don't do chemical reactions. I'm not sure what you're talking about. This might be the wrong channel. I don't know. Is there another channel with my name? I don't do chemistry, so I have no idea about that. Did you see Carlo in Hugging Face? No. Who is Carlo? I'm not quite sure. Generate black water rabbit is a bad idea. Black water, what is going on right now? Oh, the Discord link. Yes, that's a good idea. The Discord link. Yes. So you can join here. Okay, there we go. This is my Discord link. Okay, my Discord. There we go. Oops, sorry. 1 second. No? Yes. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. So, hey, Eris from Tel Aviv, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Okay, let's see if we have some submissions already. I hope so. Also, we have over 60, I think 65 submissions for my art grant for January. I still have to read through all of them, but that is pretty impressive, right? 65 people have submitted to that. Like, you might not have seen that. I hope you have seen that. I'm doing from my own money, by the way. Let me quickly format this here before I keep on talking. With my own money, I'm funding your AI art projects this year, 1 per month. I'm not sure if we're gonna also show up the other projects. You can learn more about that. This is my song here, by the way. I did more stuff. Anyways, when you go to my channel, this video here, where is it? Let's go to videos, where it says 1,200 this year, where I talk about these arts, of art, grant, I don't know, kind of word. So yeah, you can apply for that. And then I'm selecting one of the projects, and that project gets $100 from me personally. And then also make a video, like we talk about the project. I show the project off in a video. And it should be, by the way, it should be a project. I need to be better in formulating the concept of this grant for February. What I'm looking for is projects that mix AI with other mediums, because I want to go beyond AI. AI is just a starting point, right? It's pretty cool to have AI images, and there's a ton of them out there, of course. But like the thing is, everybody can create cool images with AI. You write a prompt, a cool image pops out, you do it again, and you do it 1,000 times, and you're ending up with something that's really amazing. But that doesn't really show innovation in the sense of, wow, you went beyond AI. This is just like what AI can do, right? So what can we do when we combine it with other mediums, or if we edit it afterwards, or we do any kind of thing, right? It can be combined with photography, with 3D, with animation, with video, with music, with any kind of thing, with projection outside, with live performances. There's so many possibilities of what you can do. How can you integrate AI? You can use it in gaming, right? How can you use for example, the API to make live graphics in gaming that maybe react to the gamer, stuff like that. You can use it in AR, in VR. There's so many different possibilities. So I try to find projects like this. And for me, the interesting thing is that we together can learn about these possibilities, and I can share them, and I can show people more than just what's going on in my mind, right? So just to have a platform of showing, hey, look at this. AI is a cool tool. You can do everything with it. You don't have to be worried about, oh, it's going to taking your job. It's not taking your job. It's giving you more abilities, but people don't understand or don't have the imagination on how that can happen, right? So this is what I want to show here. Okay, let's go here with the first one. This is by Hytham. Okay, interesting username. I hope this is okay, because it's not... Oh, okay. What is this? Avocado Neo? Okay, sorry. I think there's gonna be some jokes, because the first image is always strange. The first stuff we create, like I showed you the one I created first, with my Midjourney was my first AI, I think. Yeah, so. This is the first one. The prompt is a man with the face of avocado in the drawing style of René Magritte. Really? René Magritte? I don't really see that. Oh, it would have been interesting to ask what kind of AI was that. Do you think that is Midjourney? I don't think so, because Midjourney couldn't do like stuff like this in the beginning, right? So I kind of think it's DALL-E. Might be Stable Diffusion. Probably DALL-E, because it's kind of reduced from the background and stuff like that. I'm not quite sure. Okay, anyway, so let's go to the last one, the newest one. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, it's a kind of low resolution. Oh, we can scroll into. That is Stable Diffusion, I would say. You have a little bit of like fragmentation here in the background. Maybe the CFG scale is a little bit too strong for that. Interesting. You see here these kind of patterns here. So that might be the CFG scale. Not quite sure. If you get this kind of, how would you call that? Fragments, like with compression? No, not compression fragments, but it's like, you know, kind of noise that's popping up. Okay, let's see the chat here real quick. Open Eugene on ArtStation, really? Oh, interesting. Okay, first and last. That sounds fun. Yeah. Submit your works. How do you add pictures? You just send the link to the picture. They're meant to be scales, I believe. Yeah. But you can see. Maybe you can't see that. Let me. Oh. My screen is exploding. What's happening? 1 second here. Let me open this up in a new window. Do you see these repeating points here? This kind of pattern stuff that's going on, and it's also going on here. Like this is too strong from the contrast. This is usually a sign that if you have these kind of, you see here these kind of shifting colors and stuff like that in here. That's usually a sign of too much CFC. Like it means that the image is overcooked, basically, right? That's just like my guess. Okay, what do we have as a prompt here? Mexican alien in a sandstorm. Okay, interesting. Maybe these points are the sandstorm in the background. Realistic photo. HD, 4K, 8K, hyper-realistic photo, Unreal Engine. But this is not Midjourney, right? I don't think that's Midjourney. It doesn't look like it. Interesting. I mean, also, when we have this, maybe the resolution is a bit small because here you don't see these fragments. So maybe they're actually compression fragments because the resolution is so small of the image. That could also be the case. Anyways, let's go on. Thank you very much for the submission. Oops, that's the wrong one. Let's go here for the next one. We have to check the name, so it's different. From Kafa. Not saying the first name. Oh, okay. So that's clearly, yeah, Midjourney, probably version 3, I guess. Or earlier. Is it earlier? I mean, maybe it's earlier because the dogs, like, look at the big eyes and stuff like that. The date would have been good. I didn't ask for that. The date would have been really cool here. So, a cute dog sitting on grass. Yeah, I think, oh, this one is like this guy he has as a first prompt, something really sophisticated. Because also my prompt was just like experimental, just typing in. I think it was a dog wearing a cap or something like that. Like just... This is more like a sheep up here, grass growing on the back, no ears. Oh my god! You see how far AI has come. That's really crazy. I think if you enter this in Midjourney right now, you get like a super realistic dog image, right? It actually, that would also have been interesting to make the same prompt now. I can actually do that. 1 second. Do we have time for that? I think we have the time, right? I only have to finish before 3 o'clock, which we have 1.5 hours still. So let me go here. By the way, here's something you need to try. Liminal room. Liminal room is such a cool topic. It's these kind of eerie looking rooms. Now, one thing I want to suggest to you, if you enter that, like you can do a lot of things, as you can see, like up here, where you get these kind of eerie looking rooms. But personally, from my look at the images you find online, I found that most images have this eerie look because they are wide angle shots of a room that looks strange, and the wide angle shot sucks you into the perspective, especially because you have this line. So it's kind of a perspective effect that kind of sucks on your brain and pushes you into the image. And this is why that's happening. That is my concept for that. So you can see here, for example, with this one, I entered, is this the GoPro one? No, this is ultra wide angle 12 millimeters. And you can see we get this kind of perspective here. Sorry that I'm kind of sidetracking right now. And you're getting more sucked into the image because of that, right? So that's a really interesting effect. Try it out. It's called the liminal room. Okay, anyways, let's go down here. Here are all the different tries that I did for my pickle image. So let me enter this here, dog sitting on grass with version 4. Not as a competition, of course, just to show or just to see what would the newest version of Midjourney do with that. By the way, let me change the settings here real quick so I don't have to... What? No, what's going on? I don't have to type every time the thing. Version 4. It should be standard, right? I don't even have to type it. Let's click it anyways. There we go. Okay, dismiss. Okay, there is the dog is coming. So until the dog is coming, we are looking here at the last one. Oh my God! Wow! Look at the difference. This is the first image of him with this dog here that didn't really work out because the AI wasn't good enough to draw a dog back then. And look at that. Holy crap, that's like a photo. That is really good. Like an old homeless Superman, or at least maybe a homeless guy wearing a Superman shirt. Amazing. That is really cool. That contrast couldn't be bigger. Look at the bokeh also in the back and the signs here and everything. People in the background walking. Wow. That is really cool. That could actually be a photo. If that was a photo, that would be impressive too, right? Really, really cool. Let's see it. Let's have a look at the prompt here. Superman as a homeless old man photographed by Annie Leibovitz. Natural lighting, award-winning photography, documentary style, Fuji-color photo style, tilt-shift shot. Tilt-shift shot, okay, interesting. Eye level shot, I've never used that. Okay, interesting. Canon EOS 5D Mark IV, 35mm lens, highly detailed. Ooh, okay, pretty cool. Very nice prompt. There we go. So let's have a look. Let's open this up here real quick. Pretty amazing, huh? That is a really nice picture. Very good idea also. Let's have a look here real quick at the chat. What are you guys saying? They're meant to be... Oh, okay, I've already read that. Your FB group. What do I write in the text box? Well, you answer the questions, right? You can write okay or yes or something like that, just like agreeing to the things that I'm writing there, basically. Yeah, that would be good. Are you just looking for Midjourney? No. You can also like DALL-E or any night cafe, stable diffusion, whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Carlo is a text to image model. Oh, interesting. Okay. Any AI can be submitted. Yes. Luminous spaces. The space is disassociated from its normal function. Yeah, that's also true. The eeriness is because it's often like rooms of transition and defunct rooms. That's also true. Yeah, that they are disconnected from that. And I always like that. About these rooms. This is also like I have a big love for rooms like, for example, like airports, or train stations, or underground subway, these tunnels you go through, because they are places of transition where you're not meant to stay, and the room is specifically designed for you to move on. It's at the same time inviting to be there, but also like uncomfortable to remain. You have to look at that. When you look at airports, next time you go to an airport or a train station, look at the design, and if it really invites you to stay there, or to like, okay, it's nice for you to be here 15 minutes, half an hour, and then please go. And this is actually the design of that room, not just your feeling, or not just because the train is coming. You feel uncomfortable, you want to leave. That's really interesting. Yeah, and a lot of these liminal rooms have that in them, right? And also, of course, if you have like an abandoned hotel, stuff like that. Ignore the first image. No, it's about the first image. That's an important like comparison here. Look at that. So here we have the dog, and it's kind of similar, right? When you look at that with the grass around, and then you look at this image, you see like this has kind of this here. You see this here has kind of a very similar composition to this image here. Huh? That's kind of like, that could be the same, but from the artist, this was like at the beginning when the artist started, and this is like years later when the artist became really good. So it's really cool, right? To see these kind of comparisons. Look at that. Same prompt. Okay, cool. Let's go on to the next one, so everybody gets a chance here. We have already 12 submissions. By the way, I should make another field here so I know what I have already seen. Insert. I can never differentiate between column. That's on the right side. Yes, a row and a column. My brain cannot accept what each of them is. I always have to think like, column? What is a column? What is the difference between a column and a row? It's kind of, you would think it's easy, but it's not easy. My brain doesn't work like that. Anyways. There we go. Let's go to the next one. Ooh, okay. That's very 3D-ish. Let's close some of the other stuff here. Wow, so this is the first one. So I guess because also the prompt is so sophisticated, you are rather new to the AI circus, basically AI world, because you have apparently learned a lot from the people who have already like done this stuff, and then you created that. A little bit coffee. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Maybe we can zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. The eyes are a little bit botched, so that's the old Stable Diffusion. Probably no face fix here. I think it's Stable Diffusion. It looks like it. And also the elements here in the background, a little bit like not so detailed. Let's see here. Oh my god, it's a long prompt. Portrait futuristic kawaii cyberpunk female police in heavy raining futuristic Tokyo rooftop cyberpunk night city sci-fi fantasy intricate very very beautiful elegant neon light highly detailed digital painting art station concept art soft light hide. I'm not reading all of that. That's too much. Okay, but it's out. It's with DBM2A Karas Chief's Key 13. Wow, that's already a high CFG scale. How many steps? 70 steps. Okay, that's also a lot. Why are a lot of people using so much? I'm not using that many. I'm usually going like with 20, 30 steps. And the low CFG scale. Like, I don't know, 8, 10 maybe. I'm rarely going over 10. Anyways, let's go for the next one here. Wait, are we the wrong way around, or is this like the wrong image here? What's happening here? Masterpiece, best quality, lips, one girl solo, short hair. Did you send the wrong image, or is this supposed to be pixel art? I'm confused. What's going on here? Is this the last one and this is the first one? Something didn't work out. Maybe the upload was kind of botched or something, I don't know. Well, no, don't save. This doesn't seem like the finished product. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, sorry for that. I think we're going on to the next one. Let's go here for this one. Probably something about Earth. Oh, you don't remember. Like, that's okay. You don't remember the first. Oh. What? I've never seen an AI render where you see here the Earth map with North America, Middle America, South America looking pretty good. Surprisingly like real. I mean, up there not really, but then you can see here Europe coming in a little bit, Africa down here. So that's surprising. Maybe this could be Australia a little bit. Interesting, never seen that. It's different, but it's very similar. Huh, interesting. Okay, and kind of a flattened pancake version of the Earth. Okay, so this is the last one from Ivan, by the way. This is from Ivan. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, okay, interesting. Is this done with an embedding, maybe? If this is Stable Diffusion, might be Midjourney. I don't think it's Midjourney, but maybe it is. Let me have a look here at the chat real quick. You started 3 months ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be pixel art. So this is supposed to be like that? Everything is right? Really? Let's have a look at that again. But why? It doesn't even have color. Is that like, I mean, I can understand like it's probably a lot of work to get to that stage, to get this kind of very reduced pixel art. There's just like 2 colors. And very pixelated, and yeah, to get that out of Stable Diffusion is probably pretty difficult. But why? Huh, interesting. Wait a second, I have to sneeze. Oh, okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. Okay, so this is the starting point. I mean, the cool thing here, of course, is if you think about it, this is far removed from what you usually would do with AI. So that's actually pretty cool to go in that direction, to try to do something that is not typically what you get out of, like not the easiest thing that the AI can produce. This is quite complicated to create. Actually, if this is the final result, we should actually look at the At the prompt here. Sorry. Masterpiece. Okay, best quality. Megumi. That's probably the character. So this is describing the character, and then here it says white background, grayscale 1.1, full body monochrome 1.1, outline, line art, negative prompt. Oh, okay. And then we have a very long negative prompt. Test neck 2. So this is with an embedding, right? Bad quality, bad hands 5, 0.6. Ah, okay. Low res. But why have low res in a negative prompt if you want to have pixel art? That's interesting. Or does low res make it blurry? And it doesn't say anything about pixel art. I'm surprised about that. Bad anatomy, bad hands, text, error missing, fingers, extra digit. Okay. So all the like classic things. So ruling out nudity, stuff like that. JPEG artifacts. Interesting. 27 steps. Okay. Surprising. I didn't expect that. Oh, test model 1. So this is a model that you created. It's like with Dream Booth, right? Clip skip 2. Oh, there's a lot of technology in here to create that image. So that was pretty complex to do that, right? Long process, lots of tricks applied, so you get something that is not what you would expect from AI. That is really interesting. Wow. Okay, cool. Wow. So yeah, I thought it's kind of an upload error, but this looks, now that I understand all the work that's going into it, it's pretty amazing, by the way. So that's really, really cool. Answering to the title of the video, nope and absolutely no. I don't know what that means, but yeah, okay. You don't want to show your first and last AI image? Don't be shy. We all make mistakes. What is that? What is that Hannah thing song from Miley Cyrus? We all have these days. We all make mistakes. Anyways, there we go. Okay, very cool experiment. Yes, I agree. Okay, so let's have a look at this tree here. I had something like this. You can still buy that, by the way. It's done with little, like, not glass, fiberglass, but like plastic nylon strings. And they go out like a bush like that. And then you have these LED light below. And so they just, every end of that kind of thing is glowing in a different color. And it's very low tech, but it's very beautiful at the same time. Just like nylon strings. And this is something they sell here on the street. Okay, let's see here. This is a photo of a bioluminescent glowing bonsai prototype, crystal clear, transparent, colorful, film lighting, volumetric light, ultra HD, high detail octane rate. Oh, that's maybe is Midjourney, right? Do you think that's Midjourney? From the prompt, it sounds a little bit like it, right? Okay, so that's pretty cool. Let's have a look here at the live chat real quick. Not safe for work. What is not safe for work? Oh, yes. That's a good idea. Thank you for not submitting it if it's not safe for work. I should actually check every image before I show it on screen, but I kind of trust you. Oh, there we go. Nice. Pretty cool. What would you think this is? Is it Midjourney or Stable Diffusion? Maybe Stable Diffusion more likely? Do you think? Midjourney, I really want Midjourney to give us the bigger ratios again, because I like 20:9 is my favorite ratio. 21:9, 20:9, it has to be white, ultra wide screen ratio. And this 2:3 is just not my thing. I don't enjoy that. Anyways, could be Midjourney. Okay, let's have a look at the prompt here. Oh, don't remember. Okay. Something, a refugee camp in a ruined snowy city. Okay, interesting. This is by Empress Julia. Ooh, pretty cool name. There we go. Very, very nice. Let's go on here to the next one. This is the last one from her. Oh, wow. So you have a lot of dark fantasies. You are an evil empress, I see. Throwing bombs and sending people to refugee camps. All right, interesting. With this kind of field here, the guy running through the field. Wow. Okay, pretty cool. Let's have a look at the prompt here. It's not done yet. Okay, so we know that, but technically it's the last image generated. Baroque painting, sacred female farmer in a farm field, nuclear explosion in a distance, max details, trending on ArtStation, realistic epic, stylized, bad anatomy. Oh, so the negative prompt is bad anatomy, hands, long neck, blurry, noisy, blotchy, JPEG artifacts, and so on and so on. Interesting. Okay, so this is a female farmer. Okay. Are you still working on that, or is this the final form? Or I mean, probably, because he has like the head looks kind of. Is there a head on, or is the head is kind of deformed or stuff like that? Interesting, but a very interesting concept though. Okay, pretty cool. Let's see what the chat says. Maybe Midjourney version 3. Yes, I think so too, maybe, right? Because of the kind of softness you have in here and all these kind of squiggly lines that look like something but are not something. So that's kind of typically the old Midjourney kind of thing. Although I have to say that a lot of the things actually look like the things, like you see here with this kind of like entry part of that building here and the door that kind of makes sense. And here you have a person with 2 feet in the arm and maybe a child on the back. That makes kind of sense, because in a lot of the version 3 was just these kind of shape clouds that look like a person, but then you look at it and it just like fizzles away and there's nothing. It just looks a little bit like it, which was really cool. I actually liked that aesthetic kind of even more than I like the new aesthetic, because the new aesthetic is I think in the artistic process, when you look at an image, the image should ideally reveal something to you, right? Inspire your fantasy, and then just like on a conscious but also subconscious level, just like suck things out slowly from your mind, so you create things in the image while looking at it. You have a conversation. It's kind of a process together with the image. And if the image gives you too much, you can't do that anymore, right? Because then the process is already finished from the side of the image, and you are just at that moment you just become the spectator, and there's nothing to do from your side other than receiving the image, and that's not inspiring in the same way, right? So these faults, these errors, they're actually adding to the image, right? Yeah, it did. By the way, there's more here on the side and below too. That's a pretty big image. Okay, pretty cool. So let's go on here. I should make some crosses here, by the way. We've seen this, we've seen this, we have seen this. We are progressing pretty good here. Whoa. Okay, so the next one is by Jaybird. Alien Landscape, that always sounds good. Oh, wow, that's a very fluffy sugar, what is it called? What do you say in English for that? The thing that you roll up and then you eat it as a child? Sugar what? Sugar clouds? No, not sugar clouds. Sugar cotton, right? Cotton sugar? Sugar cotton? I can't remember. I was never a fan of sugar cotton. It tastes like nothing. It just tastes like sugar, and you have a like sticky face afterwards. I never liked that. Anyways, who's spamming? Spamming what? I don't even see the messages that are spamming. Did you write the username wrong? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, up there, this guy here? Maybe. Okay, so let's slow down a little bit, maybe. Okay. Let's see what it says. Please check. Oh, no, I've already read that. Cotton candy. Cotton candy, yes. There we go, cotton candy. There we go. Candy floss? I've never heard candy floss. I think that's what you use after you had cotton candy. You have to candy floss afterwards. Oh my god. Do you know these jaw breakers they have in the UK? These giant balls of sugar that are really hard. Oh, that's, I don't know. I bought it once in my life and it was a horrible experience. I don't know why people enjoy that. It's a really big ball. You can't even fit it in your mouth. So you have to lick it from the outside. It's like just, and everything, like your finger is sticky. It's like torture. Candy torture. Candy floss. I've never heard candy floss. Is it really called that? Let me look that up. Candy floss. What the hell? Really? Why is it called floss? Is a string. How is this candy floss? What? It's really candy floss. Never heard that. Oh, by the way, while we're here, I can show you these jawbreakers. These things. Ah, they are terrible. I hate them. Look how big they are. And this is all sugar. All of that is sugar. You have to lick from the outside in. There's like 1,000 layers. You go through the layers. They all just taste like sugar. And then in the middle, there is like a bubble gum or something, you know? But by the time you reach the middle, you just want to like smash it with a hammer because you're so frustrated. It's not fun at all. I don't know who invented that, but I don't like it at all. I don't know. Maybe I just had a bad one. I don't know. Anyways, let's have a look at this image here. Sorry, I was the candy floss cotton landscape. There we go. By the way, how do you all get these kind of interesting shaped perspectives? What is going on there? The earth was like pancakey and like flattened, pressed out. This again is like that. This looks like a flattened out image when you take a 360 photo. Kind of, not really, but kind of, right? You think you can just bend this and it becomes like a sphere and you can just look around. Maybe that was the idea here. I don't think so though. I've never seen that. It's really strange. It's the second time that this is happening. So this is an alien landscape with wisp pink trees and a dark sea. Okay, interesting. Maybe this is why there are boats in there. And now I'm really looking forward to see what is the last one. A fashion photo. Let's see. Oh man, that's so cute. Look at that. Not quite fashion. It's a little bit like, what is this? Was it like a Renaissance fashion or something like that? With this kind of silk turban and a little bit in a certain way. That is such a cute dog here. Look at that. Wow. Pretty cool. Okay, let's have a look at the prompt here. Fashion photo of a puck wearing high fashion in Delphi and Cholras. What? What is in Cholras? I know Delphi in Greece. Or is that a name? Delphine? Oh, Delphine and Cholras. Oh, it's not Delphi, it's Delphine. It's a painter. It's her art style, or his art style. I don't know if this is a male or female name, to be honest. Oh, there's some nudity too. Let's not show that. Pretty cool. Interesting style. Cool. Okay, Delphine. I guess Delphine is a female name, right? Does it say Delphine? It says Delphine. Okay, I read it wrong. There we go. So we have a cute puck with, I would say, like a silk hat. And a little dress down here too. This is, oh, it goes deeper. 1 second. Can I scroll out here a little bit? Oh, I'm scrolled in. I'm sorry about that. There we go. That's the full image. I'm such an idiot. We can probably do, yeah, we can do the same thing here so you can see the full images of those. I scrolled in because of this one. There we go. That's the full one. Oh, that's really cute. Wow. Okay. Lots of dressing here and then like a silk scarf. Something, a tie, I'm not sure. Pretty cool. It says something here's a kind of an artist from Bieldo. Just dough, I think, just Bieldo. Okay. Anyways, let's go on to the next one. And also have a look at the chat real quick. That was that. Yes. Okay, cool. So this is the next one here. Playground something. Please be a normal picture. Yes. Okay, cool. Where's the chat? No. My phone is talking to me. Sorry. First one was Viking plus clip. Last one was Midjourney. Oh, okay, okay. So the first one was Stable Diffusion. The last one was Midjourney. Did you completely switch over, or just like you use both of them at the same time? Cotton candy, also known as fairy floss or candy floss, is a spun sugar confection. Yes, interesting. Yeah. By the way, the Chinese they have something similar. I think it's called dragon hair. I find that such a better name, right? Is it called dragon hair? It's not the same thing, of course. It's something different. Dragon hair candy. There we go. Look at that. It looks like this. Oh no, is this a video now? 1 second. Yeah, it looks like this. And you do it like by just folding and stretching and folding and stretching, and you get these long strings. And then I guess you like wrap nuts in them, and it's kind of a delicacy, right? So that looks pretty cool. But dragon beard, that looks looks just dragon hair. Just sounds really cool, right? Okay, so here we have kind of a Viking ship that looks like it's made out of concrete a little bit. There we go. A cyber pirate. Okay, interesting. It's like a very classic cyber pirate. Cyber pirate digital art, perfect composition, beautiful detailed ship, 8K artistic photography, photorealistic concept art, soft, neutral volumetric, cinematic, perfect light, masterpiece, oil on canvas, Raphael, Caravaggio, Bukowski, of course, Beeple. Oh, you have just everything. Giger is also in there. Maybe, this is where the boat comes from. This is the Giger stuff, I guess, right? The kind of like stony looking sculptures of his aliens and stuff like that. That might be the reason why it turned out like that. So I guess if you removed some of these names, it would look better. Maybe just Raphael and Caravaggio give you a classic painting of a ship. Is it in a storm or something? Yeah. Okay, let's see the last one. DeviantArt, is it done with their AI? Ooh, look here. So yeah, you going for the classic paintings now, I see. Landscape, interesting. Very nice. Interesting trees. They're kind of like upside down in the earth a little bit. You see like all the leaves are down here, and it's just like a little bit of nothing, and then the leaves come again, or the roots. So that's pretty interesting, but nice. Very nice. Okay, cool. Can I make this bigger, by the way? Oh yes, I can. So now you can appreciate this in its full beauty while I'm checking out the chat here. Sorry, I don't have a second screen right now. Carfy. The problem is I don't see anyone who is called Carfy. Hi. Oh, this guy here. Check Carlo on Hugging Face. Why do you write the same stuff over and over? Let me check that. Oh, okay. Yes, you're right. I didn't even see that. I mean, it's kind of mild. That's good, but my friend, you are hidden from my channel, which is for life, by the way. There is no return from the abyss. Yeah, I don't know. Some people are just a little bit strange. Did I remove the right person? Yes, there we go. Yeah. It's called soft banning, by the way. That's a really cool. If you do YouTube, soft banning. Don't ban people, soft ban them. You just hide them from the channel, which means they can still write comments, but only they see the comments. So it's a benefit for both sides. They still can enjoy the trolling, but you don't see it, and nobody else does either. There we go. No, they can still watch my videos. They can even dislike them. They just the comments don't show up. So it's even good for me. Like they can still enjoy my content if they want to, which is this. I find it's good for everybody in that way, right? Kind of a win-win situation in a certain way. Okay, let's go on here. Have a look. Lakes and their mesmerizing reflections, photography, trending on ArtStation, sharp focus, studio photo, intricate details, highly detailed. And then we have, of course, the good old Greg in here, Greggy Greg, which, by the way, I heard he had an interview with MIT and with other big magazines and stuff like that. So personally, I would think he became a lot more famous after this than before. I'm not sure how famous he was before that, but I'm not sure he got these kind of big level interviews, right? So maybe a good thing. I don't know. And doesn't he do painting, right? AI doesn't do painting. AI does digital images that like, if you paint on canvas, it's still a painting, right? It's still worth money. I don't know. Anyways, let's go on. Okay, there we go. Okay. This looks like Midjourney. These like in the air, like floating things for no reason that are ominous, but also create this kind of eerie atmosphere at the same time. So that's pretty cool. Kind of like that. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, there's more. Am I again zoomed in? Oh yes, I'm zoomed in again. I'm an idiot. So we have here a little bit of a landscape. You see here there's some stuff here. You don't know what it is. It might be a deer. It might be just like some plants or some wood in the water, but it looks like natural. So the good old early Midjourney versions. I don't know what this is. Okay, let me mute my phone because there's some stuff going on here. I don't know why. There we go. What is the time, by the way? Okay, we have 2 o'clock, so we still have a lot of time to do this. So this is a starting image. Let me make an X here. And then this is the last image. By the way, I forgot. Ooh, cool. I forgot to say the name. This is by Bumblewood. Oh, the before one was by Paulo. And the before one was by Jaybird. Sorry, I didn't say the names. So this is the last one with the bird here. Pretty cool, very nice. Interesting. Also interesting from like the way this is done. If you look at it, like when you look here in the face, you see. Why is my phone still making sound? What the hell is going on here? 1 second, sorry about that. Okay, now it's turned on. Sorry, I didn't turn it on before. Okay, here it has very detailed with the eye and everything. And then the feathers here, they look like wood chips because they have no texture, no little lines or something as you find in feathers. So that's a pretty interesting choice. It's very interesting. By the way, let me know what you think. Like, since you used AI and you know there's this kind of concept of, hey, maybe our universe is just a simulation. Do you feel like more like, you see things and you think like, maybe it's a simulation, you know? Because like, for example, what I did, let me see the chat here. I bought pretty good binoculars to bring them. And of course, I already kind of knew that this is going to happen, but I brought them here to Thailand to look at the details on the roof of the temples and stuff like that, but also look when I'm on the mountain or high up in a skyscraper, I can look over the town, look at details, stuff like that. And of course, when stuff is higher up, you can't see it as good, so it has less detail. But this is like in a video game also. When you don't get too close to stuff, it's getting low detailed, low poly, because you don't get close enough to see that there is no detail in there. Of course, with us, we do it in video games, not just for resources. We do it because we are lazy. And we do the same thing with architecture, with art, like paintings, for example. If you look at paintings and you look at other parts than the face, the hands, and the clothing, you will see that the rest of the painting is way less detailed than these parts because we are lazy, because it costs time, because it costs money to create these things. So yeah, but it's the same thing you would do in a simulation. So that's really interesting. I'm not conspiracy, I'm not like crazy or anything. I find it funny to think that way, to see these things in like, because I kind of expected it to be like that, but I also kind of didn't expect the degree to which it is less detailed. Like you see these on the Thai temples, you see these beautiful golden sculptures, reliefs up there, and they look very detailed when you stand on the ground, and they're like 10 meters up in the sky. And then you put out your binocular, and they have barely detail in the clothing and the face, and you're like, what? It looks so amazing, and you're kind of like, oh shit, I brought this binocular, and now it's like, you don't get much more than you see from the distance, which it is designed like that, of course. If you have too much detail from the distance, then it looks kind of strange. So you actually have to reduce the distance to make it look better from the distance. Anyways, there we go. Love the simulation theory. We are becoming the what? Oh, I clicked it away. 1 second. There we go. What is this? No. Okay. There we go. So we are becoming the editors ourselves now. Yes, right? I mean, in a certain way, we do live in a simulation in two ways. One is that we are, as humans, we can't be natural anymore. Everything we have to do is running through our process of culture. You can't experience things as they are, as animals do. We are like too far removed from that. But also we reform everything around us. There is nothing that is untouched by us. If we come into an area, we immediately change that area so it pleases us and is adapted to us. So there's actually no space that is as it is after we have been there, right? So we're kind of growing our existence into the world, right? So that's kind of very, very strange. A kind of strange habit that we have, but also we require that because we are built that way. If you look at our body, we're kind of weak. There's nothing like to us. We need clothing to protect us. So yeah, we have to do it. We are like, I don't know. Sila says, have you used the depth extension to create stereoscopic images? I have not. You can do stereoscopic images? Interesting. I did not know that. Okay, there's so much going on, so many things. Let me write that down real quick here, make a note. There we go. Sorry for reposting the question. What is your favorite image AI, Midjourney, DALL-E 2, or Stable Diffusion? DALL-E 2 not. I think like DALL-E 2 right from the start kind of crapped its pants. I tried it and it made like super photorealistic images that are way worse than any photo I've ever taken in my life. So I was like, what the hell is this? If I want to take that better photo, I didn't like it. So yeah. But Stable Diffusion is getting amazingly good, not because of Stability AI, because of the community. They invest so much time in training these like refinements of the models and embeddings and stuff like that, and figuring out all these kind of tricks with the prompts and negative prompts and weights and all these kind of things. And you can do so much. This is the thing. I think personally, by the way, let's have a switch over here. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Switch over to the big screen. Boom, there we go. Oh my god, I have to cut my hair, I have to cut my beard. I look like a hermit. Sorry for that. There we go. I'm kind of thinking Midjourney is, they need to open up. They are clenching so hard right now that I feel like this is a real problem. Like, they're doing real cool stuff. The images look really good, but it's so limited. You have all the banned words, you have all the banned ratios, not banned, like limited ratios that you can do. The styles is like, if it's not the Midjourney style, it's hard to do something else unless you upload images, and then it's kind of very close to these images. There is no API, there is no like actual image to image, no outpainting, no inpainting, sorry for that, no video animation, nothing. There's nothing. You can't use it in Photoshop. You can do only Midjourney, and that's not enough. I hope they open this up. Right now, I feel like a lot of people are like, Midjourney is cool, but first of all, it costs a lot of money, and second of all, I can't do what I want, and third of all, it doesn't have any options. There's no, People told me, hey, why are there no Midjourney videos anymore on your channel? Because there's nothing to report. They said, hey, we bring out model after model. We render 12 models at the same time. Where? I want to report on that stuff. I don't see anything. Nothing is happening. They made this kind of niche-y thing, which is pretty cool if you like anime, but that's just a niche. So, And Stable Diffusion, there's so much going on every single day, from all these technologies and upscales and clip and all these kind of different things that are happening. There's like more things than you can follow, and then all these other AIs out there. And Midjourney is like, okay, we made it a little bit nicer. It's already super amazing. Like the output quality is really, 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 really good. But what the community is doing right now on Stable Diffusion actually is coming close, and that's only the 1.5 model. So, I don't know. And on top of that, you have to remember, on top of that, the Stable Diffusion model is open source right now. It might change at any day. We don't know that. But right now it's open source. You can do with it whatever you want. You can retrain it, republish it, anything, right? Midjourney, you don't get access to anything. That's not great, right? I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm a huge fan of what they're doing and the quality that they're doing. And when I need a thumbnail, sorry, my voice is changing. Let me have a sip of water here. When I need a thumbnail for my channel, I usually, for now, do it with Midjourney because I know I can get a good result in seconds. So that saves me time and I get the result I want. But it looks at this kind of the same way every time, right? So if I want to invest more time, I want to experiment. If I want to experiment with AI, I go to Stable Diffusion because I know there I can do a million different things, right? They have so many different methods, models, embeddings, hyper network, blah, blah, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think like for artistic purpose, Stable Diffusion is actually better right now, right? Even if Midjourney makes the better pictures, but they have to open up. They are clenching too hard, right? And you're like this in the middle, stuck in between. That's not a great point to be as an artist. Artists need freedom and experimentation, and of course also sometimes a lot of crap that's coming out of Stable Diffusion from the quality. But that's okay because it's a learning process, right? Okay, let's go back here to the images. Enough of the preaching. Okay, so we have here the very cool bird, and I'm looking at the chat in a second. Maybe I should look at the chat first. Let me actually switch back here because I negated your effort to also chip in here, which is not great. So let me have a look at what you're saying. Okay. Kari says, I don't like Stability AI anymore. They censored anything. But that's probably on the Dream, what is it called? Dream something? Dream Studio website. I haven't used it in such a long time, their website. If you download it, you can do whatever you want with it. And if you use it with Google Colab, which is affordable, you can also do whatever you want with it. There's no limitations. Any kind of thing you want to create, you can do that. Louis says, the banned words on Midjourney are terrible. Yes, any kind of thing is banned. There's so many things where you think like I understand in some context these words are bad, but then in another context you just can't write it, right? I think like for example the word cut is banned or something like that, right? So if you want to write cut wood or cut leaves, you can't. You have to find another word for cut. Cut meat. Oh no, it doesn't work. It's banned. Or maybe not the word cut. I can't remember. It's something like that. Things like Invoke AI are really embracing the paid services tooling at the moment. The paid services tooling, really? Interesting. I have to look in the... Yeah, they introduced a store, right, for models. I haven't even looked at that yet. Midjourney is made for normies. And Midjourney is a little bit like Apple. It's an easy, approachable solution that gives you very beautiful results, but it lacks an experimentation. So I feel like Midjourney is a little bit like Apple, and Stable Diffusion is a little bit like Windows, maybe, or like Blender. Let's say like Blender, open source software, but functional, right? Okay. Sorry, we got a little bit off the train here. Let me go through the comments real quick. Is it definitely an advantage of open source? Yes, absolutely. Currently working with Midjourney further. Oh yeah, so this is a good thing if you have the ability to use both. sorry, to use both to get started in Midjourney and then progress in Automatic 11 or in I wish they would change the name. I'm so sick of saying Automatic 1111 every time. Please choose a better name for that. Anything. Call it, I don't know, Moon 5, but don't Automatic. Why such a long name? I don't understand. Something. Call it Ice Cream AI. Some cool, I don't know, something short and cool. I'm you know, I have to say it a million times. Yeah, anyways. Okay, yeah, so that's a pretty good way. Dreamlike Diffusion, but that's just a model, right? Oh no, it's also an online service. That's a good idea. Yes, that's true. But that's basically Stable Diffusion. I'm not a vindictive empress. I'm an empress who's expressing through artwork a story she has had in her head for 10 years. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Giving form to essence. No, oh, very nice. Always good. Part of my workflow, less and less. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are like, okay, I really love what MJ is doing, Midjourney is doing, but I'm using it less because there's so much to play with in Stable Diffusion, right? Is an open beta? Yeah, but open beta is not open source. It's a different thing. An open beta is a beta that you can join. Open source means you can download the model and do with it what you want. So that's a difference. Yeah, it's absolutely still valuable. I use still MJ a lot. I use Stable Diffusion more, but I still use MJ to experiment and like I said, for the thumbnails. And by the way, there will be version 5 soon. I'm looking forward to what that is going to be, what they are changing there. Bet for laser cut. Yeah. Yeah, you can't use blood, stuff like that. It's a little bit like a kindergarten. Like, why do we need to be so guided? And like, you know, what I rather would prefer is if they say, by the way, sorry, the table a little bit shaky. I would prefer if they say, we don't like that content, so if you want to use that, we're going to hide it. And then we're going to ban some stuff, like nudity and not safe for work stuff, like pornographic adult stuff. We're going to ban that. So you can't use these words. And for the rest of the words, if we don't like that, you can still use them. You can create the images, but we're going to hide them from our page so the community is not seeing that, right? That would be okay, right? Or if they say, okay, you want to use them, I tell you what, you pay us something extra and then you get your private section, like already they have the private service, and then you can use the images, you can create the images. Why not like that? Why isn't that this thing, right? That would even give them more money, stuff like that, right? Futurepedia. List. Oh yeah, I read about that. Right, I looked at that, but they have everything in there. I found it a little bit too like too much. They have everything that's kind of AI in there. I wanted to actually make a video about that, but I think it should be a bit more curated for that. Okay, let's go back to the images here, so people not getting upset that I'm not showing their stuff. Let me see where. Oh my god. Okay, so. Don't know how to add images, then why did you submit? You add a link. Anyways, okay. I'm sorry you couldn't figure that out. Okay, let me close here some stuff. There we go. Okay, this is the Velvet Mist. I call this new masterwork. the pink rush. What is the prompt here? 1 second, we need to do the format thing here. For some reason, Google Docs can't remember that the warping should be for all the fields. Oh, and now it's popping down here. There we go. This is the one. Okay, let's have a look here. Feeling my GPU while what? Feelings of my GPU while making an AI-generated picture. Sorry, not really first, but I don't have all the saves. Feelings of my GPU. Is this actually what the AI created on the prompt feelings of my GPU? I mean, that would be really impressive. I don't think that's what it is. I think you had maybe a bad install or something and you got somehow this image out. I mean, it would be impressive if the AI comes up with that kind of thing. Maybe you can tell me in the chat. And then this one is the last one here, Deadpool. Okay, as a baby. Oh, let's have a look. Deadpool as a baby. Oh, this is a little bit like a mix between Deadpool and Iron Man, right? That is so cute. It's like Baby Yoda Deadpool version. Wow, that's really cute. With the ears here. Pretty nice. Very nice. Okay, cool. So, oh, this is by Unpleasant. Okay, interesting. There we go. Oh no, people are writing me. Don't, not now. Sorry. Okay. And we have another like half an hour before they turn off the internet. And now I can't scroll for some reason. Is the internet gone? Why can't I scroll anymore? Oh no. Did this crash? Oh no, now it's working again. There we go. 1 second. Okay, let me have a look at the chat real quick. Looks like an error. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, maybe a missing YAML file. That might be interesting. Yeah, good idea. Started with Stable Diffusion a week ago, and now I'm trying to somewhat systemically figure out the magic of prompts, negative, positive. Yeah, there's a lot of like things to unravel there. I can highly suggest to you that you go to Discord, to the stability Discord, and there you go into these rooms here. They have a lot of stuff in here, like down here, artist development. Wait, where is it? Prompt engineers. They talk a lot about the prompts and the tricks and the stuff they are using to create all that stuff. You see a lot of discussion in here. And you can also, of course, join my Discord, and there's also a lot of discussion in here. There's this image. I used to have a prompt crafting room, but it wasn't used too much, and I had too much rooms anyway, so I reduced that a little bit. Okay, there we go. 1 second. Boom, this is the next one. By who? Aces. Okay, by Aces. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So that's the magic of Midjourney, that it creates these beautiful images and has a really good understanding of art at the same time. Like you have these kind of contrasting elements, as I said last time. I think I say the same thing every stream. There we go. Because that's a good thing. Midjourney has a really good understanding of artistic techniques and applying it in the image. Did I show the Deadpool too short? It has a lot of very cool details. I like the rendering of the surface, like these hard surface elements and reflections here. They're very cool. Very, very nice. Okay, but let's go on because we don't have so much time left. Time is flying. Every time I stream, the time is flying. It's really crazy. Ooh, okay, interesting. It's interesting that this kind of has more problematic details. Like you see the head is melting into his shoulder, and here these details are a little bit strange in the background, but it's at the same time a really cool image. Interesting. I mean, here's also like things melting into each other, so that's okay. Very, very nice. Okay. Again, like it with the background here, with the contrast and stuff. There we go. What is the prompt here? For the last one is a man and a woman hugging each other in front of an abandoned ancient building in the middle of the forest, style of Arnold Böcklin. Okay, very cool. And the first one, so this was the last one here, as you've seen. Let me show this a little bit while we have the chat open, so I see what you're saying. Deadpool, you don't like Deadpool, really? But Deadpool is so cool, like all the humor and stuff and breaking the third wall and things. I really like the movies, most of them. I don't think I've seen all of them. Oh yes, you're welcome, Jesse. Thank you for thanking me. Oh, okay, so the first image was a few months ago. Midjourney version 2. Oh, okay. Good. Let's have a look at the prompt here from the first one. A long-haired night soldier from the Arabian Nights standing with a beautiful princess on a roof, top of the palace, looking at the bright moon in the sky of K. Nielsen. Okay, never heard of that guy. Interesting. So here you see the princess pretty big, and then here you see the soldier who has a very, very high turban here, I guess, something like that. Pretty interesting. Okay, cool. All right, let's go on so we can see some of the other works too. And oh, this is already, we have seen that. Let's make an X here. I was for a second thinking it's nudity, but it isn't. That looks pretty cool. This ice stable diffusion, I'm pretty sure about that, because of the softness it has, the soft colors, this kind of airbrush quality, and also the way the eyes look. Pretty cool, very nice. Really like the expression, kind of classic painting, a little bit like these kind of pre-Raphaelite kind of paintings. Let's see what the prompt is here. Portrait of a goddess of nature, half-blood, perfect face, D&D fantasy, intricate, elegant, highly detailed, digital painting, art station, concept art, smooth, sharp focus, illustration, art by Artgerm, the good old Greg, and then we have Mucha here, which is bringing the softness into the image. There we go. So that's for certain Stable Diffusion. Didn't work? Okay. By the way, do we have same people over and over? No. Okay, good. There it is. So this is the next one here. 1 second. This is the latest. Latest and grow. Wow, look at that. Okay, this needs a little bit of face restore on the eyes here. You can see they are a little bit like fish eyes. But the clothing is amazing, and also the hair and everything. Is this maybe done with Dreamlike or with Open Journey? Stuff like that. It looks a little bit like that. Very nice. Love the pink hair, how it's floating. It's like it looks like it's an underwater portrait, right? Very, very cool. Let's have a look here at the next time I have to. Oh, there is. Oh no, there isn't. I thought it says what it's using, but it doesn't. Dynamic underwater ink art by there's another artist name. Young woman in a cute princess outfit in pastel and colorful, fun, intricate embellishments and geometric patterns and designs, colorful light, high definition photography, cinematic detailed character portrait, detailed and intricate environment, strong breeze, detailed and intricate environment, and so on and so on. Is there more? No, that's it. I think that's it. Okay, pretty cool. That's the work. Let me open up the chat real quick. There we go. My first contact with Deadpool were things I very much dislike. Zombies, gore. That's really, who doesn't like zombies? Interesting. I thought everybody likes zombies. Okay. Not a troll, Carol? Yeah, but he posted the same thing over and over and over again. So that's the problem with that he posted like the same exact message like 15 times. I don't know. Maybe I should have done a timeout instead. I don't know. Vicky says it may well be, but did not need to repeat. Yes, right. There we go. How do I submit my? I don't even know. I think there's some way to unban. Let me copy the name and then I will look for it later. Do you know him? Do you know him, or is this like a second account or something like that? Difficult decision. Can we make a poll? Hey, we can make a poll. 1 second. How do we do that? Start poll. Okay. Unban or not? Keep it banned and then unban. So you can decide. There we go. Is unban with 1 N or 2 N's? I don't know. Unban. Let's write it like this. So you can choose. Democracy. There we go. You get to choose. Somehow help you, giving you ideas, infos. Who? Me or someone in the chat? I'm not quite sure right now. Hey, Robomar is also here. Hi, Robomar, how are you doing? Today we started at a different time. By the way, I have to go a little bit quick because we have like another like 20 minutes before they turn off the router. So let's go here through some other images. Oh god, the prompts are so long. I can't even see where the... Oh, the thing here is ending here? Why it's ending here? Okay. I don't know what I showed. I don't know. Okay, we will... This is Dropbox for some reason. Let's see. Oh, okay, interesting. So we will go through the next images a bit quicker. So this is, yeah, a geisha kind of image, which I also love. I create a lot of geishas. For some reason, I love the aesthetic and the overall thing. I don't have like a good cultural understanding, but just aesthetically, it's just like so pleasing, especially cyborg geishas. Like this Ghost in the Shell, you know, the Ghost in the Shell was the first anime I've ever watched. And I was so impressed. It's still sticking with me. So yeah, I think this is where the love for cyborg geishas comes from. Oh, wow, look at that. Another thing I love, giant mushrooms, right? By the way, here's something you should try. Go to the park next time, because I personally feel like we usually don't look up at trees. We look at trees from the distance where you see the crown, but you usually don't look up when you stand under a tree. Do that, because first of all, they are really big, but secondly, imagine them as being giant mushrooms, and then like you kind of get a better feeling for how big these trees actually are, because for us they are so common, we see them so often that they are like, yeah, okay, it's just a tree. But if you think this would be a mushroom and it's just like 10, 15, 20 meters high, you're like, holy crap, what is going on here, right? So that is a really nice experience. You just like shift your inner expectation of what you're seeing, and then you get a new perspective on things, right? That's really, really cool. Okay, anyways, really very nice image. I'm not going to read the prompts here, sorry for that, because we have to go a little bit faster. This is by Sheena Tiger. Very cool, thank you very much. There we have Michelle with a Instagram, Michelle Pesowanik, which might be for New York, I'm not quite sure. So that's the, if you want to, let's check out what the works are. Oh, cool. Is this, I'm not going to say the name, but like, is it a famous rapper? I might be. I'm not quite sure. Could be, but I don't want to say it, because if I'm wrong, I just look bad. I think I know who that is, but I don't want to say it. Oh, we can actually look here. Wu-Tang, from Wu-Tang. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it is a famous rapper. I was right. All right, there we go. And here we have Midjourney. Ooh, look at that. Wow, very detailed. Kind of a dragon horse. It looks like a mix of a dragon and a horse and a seahorse for some reason. And the legs are pretty strange here. And then here it has like 3 legs at least, or 4 legs in the background. They look a little bit like from a, how do you say, from a lizard with scales. Wow, mythical creature. And then you have this proud prince soldier on there. Very amazing, lots of details in here, really beautiful. And then this kind of background here, very, very nice. Very, very cool, thank you for that. Okay, let's go on here for Gabriel, friend of Studio 85. I don't know who that is, I'm honest. Is that someone famous? Studio 85? Should I know that person? So this is the first one. Ah, this is the good old Midjourney here. I have to whisper because I think my neighbors from the other hotel room knocked on the wall. So yeah, this is why I'm whispering. It's an ASMR stream today, my friends. There we go. I like that. I need to do more in Midjourney version 3 and then just upscale it. Not upscale it, sorry, upgrade it to a higher level, or maybe use it as an image input, because I like the artistic strangeness and kind of elements that it's creating, this kind of absurdity, like 2 landscapes, but often it comes up with these visual concepts that you usually don't see in our art today, because our art today is very, very fixated. Not the fine art you see in galleries, but the rest of the art, like in movies and other stuff, is very fixed on perspective, on yeah, the classic perspective that we see with our eyes and the cameras creating stuff like that, but it's actually not as important. And it also reduces a lot of what art actually can be without perspective. So I actually think we should artistically go away from perspective and do things more in the classic art forms like we have done before, where, for example, size is based on the relevance in the image, not on the distance to the observer, but also where you have multiple different time layers in the same image. Like, for example, if you look at other old Christian art, for example, you see the whole life of Jesus Christ or of Buddha, stuff like that, in one image. Like, just there is Jesus as a baby, and then there's the crucifixion, and then there's in the temple talking to the wise men and stuff like that, everything in the same image. So that's possible in the classic art. We don't do that very much today. I think we should bring that kind of art dimensions back, right? Okay, anyways, that would, by the way, that would be an interesting concept to talk about with theories of how AI can bring things back. I still need to figure out how do I do that. One of the ideas is, by the way, in Discord we have these voice rooms down here. Sorry, this is my Discord. Yes, down here you see we have these voice chats. I kind of want to do sessions where we can talk with each other about concepts like that, to figure that out, and then see where we can go from there. Right, different artistic concepts like that, right? By the way, there's another thing I want to ask you. Maybe let's look at the images first and then I ask you. This is about the art group, because I also thought an art group might be a good idea. Wow, look at that. That is amazing. Is this Stable Diffusion or is it Midjourney? I'm actually not quite sure. You see how close they have come with the efforts of the community. Let me have a look at the chat here real quick. Unban. So 54% since unban. I'm surprised by that. Interesting. Okay, cool. Okay, so let me copy that name up here. I'll put it in here. There we go. Oops, sorry. Okay. No, that's the wrong one. There we go. Okay. I will keep the the poll. I will keep the poll open for a little bit more. Yes, you can message me on Discord. Message me and saying you told me that in the stream, because otherwise some people message me and then I don't know who it is. So please tell me that. What is it? Awesome live chat. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. Should behave? No, some people come back even more toxic because they're angry they got banned in the first place. You're addicted to making cyberpunks. Interesting. Sheena says it was not what I was aiming for. Okay. Ghost in the Shell is a classic. I actually also like the real life movie adaptation. I know it's different from the story, but when I go into a film that has been recreated as a real life movie, I don't expect it to be the same as the original, because I would actually be disappointed if they shoot it scene for scene, everything the same, but just in real life. It's just a waste of time and money. So they should make a change to that. And I kind of enjoyed it. It's more popcorny. It's more something you watch on the side, but it's still a cool movie, the live action version. I'm looking for the mushrooms. Yeah. Learning here. Okay, awesome. The whisper stream. Yeah, there we go. You don't politely knock, just like kick through the wall. Yeah, threaten them. Nice image. Can you look at Discord for a second? I sent you an image about my first image, regenerated in a new model. Can we do that? I don't know where you posted it because it's not in the general chat. Maybe it's in the share AI art. No, I don't know where you posted that. Or is it this? Here's another test. But we have already seen that. Like, this is a dual color, so there's two colors in there. Pretty nice. There's a little bit of a gray shade in here too. So it's very interesting project. Okay, anyways, let's go on here. Let me have a look. Is there something? Where are you? I'm in Bangkok right now. I'm enjoying Thailand for 2 months. I'm here until the end of January because I wanted to try out the digital nomad life. I made a video about that, about 10-15 minutes long. I haven't cut it yet. I didn't come around to that, and I was a little bit shy on putting it on my main channel, but I think if people don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I think it's okay. I think sometimes I need to lean out of the window, and I think I'm also one of the channels that actually is trying things and sometimes failing with the content, but I'm not always trying to get the most views. I'm trying to make interesting content that sometimes I know is just for niche, but I still think as a service to the community, I like to do topics that might not be interesting to everybody. But about AI, of course. Anyways, let's go on here. Thank you very much, Gabriel. Let's go on here. Oh my God, how much more is it? There we go. This is by who? Oh, the cats by Louis. Okay, so we have here some cute cats, which already works good. Like this classic animal photo thing is something that even early AI kids do pretty well, but you can see they're a little bit deformed, so it's not perfect, but it's already kind of nice. So yeah, pretty cool. With the paw close to the camera, a little bit of blur in here. Very, very nice. And then we have here the latest image by Louis. What is that? Oh, I don't know who that is. Is a football player or something? I don't know, but it looks very nice. Very detailed also. Look at the details in the beard and stuff like that. Very photorealistic. The jacket here is very like plastic latex kind of. So it looks a little bit like sci-fi from the clothing, right? Interesting. Pretty cool. There we go. So very, very nice. And I can't believe how far we have come from the technology, right? From images like this to images like this in not even half a year. That's crazy. That is really crazy. Remember how long it took for computer graphics to go from just being a pixel that moves a little bit on the screen, if at all. At the start, it didn't even move on the screen. It was like just static. You didn't have an internal memory. You didn't have an external memory. You have no memory at all. So you had to program the computer every time you turned it on, to having the first video games with 3D graphics. Look, took forever, years and years and years, and now this has happened in like not even half a year, going from this to this, or from this to this. That's just like mind-blowing, right? Okay, anyways, let's go on here for Gorkem. Okay, there we go. What do we have here? Oh, this is on Instagram. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, nice. So this is your first image, really, that you made with AI? That's pretty impressive. It's a little bit of Van Gogh in here with these kind of starry night and these kind of swirls in the sky. Pretty cool. And then a romantic late night, I think, kind of Amsterdam-looking scene here. Very nice. So if this is the first one, how's your last one looking? Oh, okay. So this is certainly Midjourney here. Very cool. By the way, I need to get back on posting on Instagram too. Oh, this is Studio 85. There we have it. Okay, interesting. There we go. Sorry. These messages. I should actually turn off the stable diffusion, the thing here. Maybe I should do that right now. There we go. Let's quit Discord so it doesn't pop up with the messages. So that's pretty cool. I can't zoom into that, I think, on for some reason. Instagram, which is a photo page, you can't zoom into photos, which makes no sense to me, but yeah, that's just what it is. So this is the first one, which is already very, very nice, and this is the last one, which again is very cool. Pretty cool idea also. Yeah, very, very cool. Okay, let's go on here. Orlando. Oh, I thought it's a video. Oh, this is done with Night Cafe. Okay, interesting. Burning. The burning feet robot. Okay, pretty cool. This is the first one. This is the last one. Let's see. Oh, that's a progress. Look at that. So going from here, very bad robot, to a really cool portrait. I would say Arab guy. I'm not quite sure. Indian guy maybe, with these beautiful, all these kind of ornament clothing elements they have. Often this kind of knife for, I think it's like a symbol of honor, stuff like that they have on different parts of their body. This knife is in a lot of these cultures pretty important. I think even today, to a certain degree, right, to have this kind of honorary knife with you. Yeah, interesting. I mean, we kind of, Western culture also has that, right? We have, like, for example, not my father, because he's Greek, he didn't have a knife, but like German, the friend of my mother afterwards, he had a knife always with him, which is more like for going outdoor, and then you can cut mushrooms and you can cut your bacon and stuff like that, you know, like a little hunting knife. Not traditional, but more like, oh, I'm a Bavarian guy, I'm a man, I need a knife, stuff like that, right? classic concepts. Anyways, let's have a look here at the chat real quick. And by the way, I think we can close the poll. Oh no, this is the thing here. Let's end poll. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Good. So democracy has spoken. I will look at the unbanning afterwards. I can't do it live here. I think I can't do it. Can I scroll up here and unban? I probably don't find the message, right? Oh. Unhide. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. I could do it in live stream. I didn't even know I could do that. So now he's unbanned. Okay. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Oh no, this is the poll. Sorry. Was unhidden. So now he can post again. Let's see if he behaves. And we have another like 5 minutes before we have to go offline. So let's look at some images. We have to go pretty fast here. How many? Oh my god. Oh god, we have too much. And why is the scrolling not working here? Wait a second. So this is toast phase. Let's go to them really quickly. This is the first one. Oh my god, really bad first one. I love it when they are really bad. That's the best situation. And then this is the last one from toast phase. Oh, pretty cool. Very nice. Looks like stable diffusion, I would say. Yeah, very cool. Okay, let's see the next one here. So we have everybody in the stream. Sorry for that. Going very quickly. Oh, this is very good for a first one like that. Even if it's photographed, that would be good. For a AI render, it's even better. Very, very nice. Let's go here for the last one. Oh, and there's even more. Wow, they are amazing. That has to be Midjourney, right? Or maybe it is a special model for Stable Diffusion. Very beautiful, very dreamy. I really like that. Pretty cool. Okay, if I'm gone at any moment because they turn off the restart the what is it called, the router here, I'm already saying bye. Can you actually see my screen? Yes, you can. Okay, cool. So this is, I don't know what that is. It looks very like a Deadpool and Spider-Man morphed into a glass and became the Fly. Does anyone remember the movie The Fly? Was it called The Fly? I think it was called The Fly, right? Where this scientist is morphing himself into a fly. If you don't know that, you have to watch it. It's a classic. It's old. It's kind of creepy, but it's a beautiful movie. Ooh, look at that. Wow, that's also very, very nice. Look at that. The skin is amazing. Look at the skin detail here. It actually has this kind of translucent and these little details here, these kind of little imperfections on the skin. That is very impressive. Oh, and there's more. I'm again zoomed out. I'm an idiot. Look at that. Wow, the reflections on the armor. Very nice. Is this with the new Protogen model? I should do a video about that too. AI Entrepreneur has done one, but I probably should also do one because there's a lot of stuff to talk about with this model actually. Okay, very, very nice. Let's go on to the next one here so we can fit in as many as possible. What the hell is this? The god of soap baths. There we go. Pretty cool. Very nice. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, it's the same one. You posted the same one twice? Maybe by accident? Yeah, you posted the same one twice. Okay, sorry about that. Let me close some of this stuff here real quick. Okay, that's enough. Good, let's go on. This is from Google Drive. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, look at that. Very nice. What was this period called in art where they love to do these things? When was that? Was that Renaissance? Was it before that? At a certain point, this is when they kind of discovered perspective, and then they were really wild on like doing these perspective tricks, especially this 1-point perspective, because it was kind of the easiest thing to do. And they all did this kind of, like, not all, but it was very famous to have these kind of things as paintings. So yeah. And there's one painter who's really famous with that. Anyways, let's go on here. Oh, wow. Interesting. This is like one of these street markets like we have here in Bangkok. Pretty cool. No people though. Like it's after closing time apparently. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Pretty cool. I love the atmosphere with this kind of volumetric light coming down here from the top. Very, very nice. Really cool. Okay, let's go on. Oh, and this is already the last one. Okay, so we even have a little bit time over. Ooh, this is downloading for some reason. Can I not just show it? I don't want to download it. Is this the same thing here? Mage space. I can't show this one because I have to download it. Sorry for that. So the last one I can't do. Maybe use Google Drive, because then I can just show it. I don't have to download it. Okay, so we had actually a stream without disturbance today. That's pretty cool. Let me switch here to the big view, and then I can look at the chat a little bit more. Something says, one thing I find strange is that prompts with 0 weight still has an effect. With 0 weight still has an effect. Interesting. Are you sure about that? Like I did do a really simple prompt. One of my test prompts is bull and dog, because either you get a bull or a dog, or you get a bulldog, and they all look very distinctly different. So you can try with that, with positive and negative prompts and different weights and different brackets to see what you're getting from that. So that's kind of good test. If you set the prompt to 0, maybe if you set it to 0, if you set it to 0.0, maybe then it's doing nothing. Try that out. Maybe 0 is just not picking up on what you want from it. Also, if you have square brackets and you set 0, it might start still rendering it from the beginning of the full render steps instead of not doing it at all, right? So that might be a thing. Kumai, hey Kumai, how are you doing? Jeff Goldblum, yes, with Jeff Goldblum, the young Jeff Goldblum, which looked really good when he was young. So I mean, he still looks really good. So yeah, but you have to see him. No shirt, by the way, ladies, and chance, if you're into that, check out the young shirtless Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, he is really playing it up in that video. It's called The Fly. Good Vibe says, that was you wondering what cotton floss is. Oh, really? Oh, that was me. Okay. I couldn't resist screenshotting your stream. Oh, okay. I see. Thank you very much for that. That's pretty cool. XY grid for different tests of things. Oh, interesting. Okay. I have to test that with 0 in it, what it does. Mange says, I want to train a model with some images and prompts. How much time do we have? I think maybe 5 minutes more. But those images have multiple styles, so should I arrange them in different styles or what? But what do you want to train? The style or the subject or the object in the image? Because if it's the style, it should probably be in a similar style, right? If it's the object, it doesn't really matter, the different styles, I guess. Because it's just training on the subject or the object, right? But it should be square. That's important. 512 and square. I try to get something in style of Katsumi, but I never looks like his style. Ask in the Discord or in the Stable Diffusion Discord or in my Discord for people. Some people are really good with these kind of embeddings or with these kind of training of models, what they would suggest. Maybe train more render steps, like train 3,000 render steps and then make a copy every 500 steps, for example, and then you could figure out at what level it is actually giving you better results. But also you have to experiment a lot with the prompt and the negative prompts to actually get the results you want. So it's not just you train and then you just write it and it's giving you the result. You still have to be good with the prompt, and often sometimes it's also with the seed. So sometimes you need to figure out the seeds that work with that a model that you've trained or refined, let's say like that. What is your best Stable Diffusion model right now? Like the Prodigy model is pretty cool, but also the one that I created, I haven't uploaded it, but it's just a 50-50 mix between OpenAI and Dreamlike. I really like the results I get from that. Share AI art. Down by mistake, I opened the link to the next one. Oh, this is starting again. I mean the software, not you. Sorry for that. But I don't think we have time for that now. Where is it? Share. Oh, there it is. So I can show you real quick. This is the image that he showed me. 1 second. How do I switch over? There we go. So this is the image from Toastface with this character here. Looks a little bit like a character from Diablo, but more like first person and more realistic. Pretty cool though. Very, very nice. Okay. Anyways, where are we? There we are. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm thinking the router is cutting out any second now. It's like I'm in a it's just a strange situation. I'm sorry for that. Okay, another fun thing to take prompts is high. Above 1.5, things can get interesting. Yes, if you go too high, they go into overdrive and things break, and then you can sometimes get really cool results with that. This style only, but if you want to have the style only, then they probably should all be in a similar style, right? Because otherwise it's multiple styles. Even if the artist has multiple styles, you want to train one style, right? But if you are in Dream Booth, there is different like tabs, so you can train multiple things at the same time. You have to set them up separately, but then you put them into different folders. There's, for example, 3 different styles in the same model refinement. It can work. It doesn't have to work. So yeah, but ask people in the Discord. They probably have more experience with that kind of thing of style. I don't think I've trained one style of a friend of his kind of painting, but usually I train subjects. How often do I do the streams? Usually every Sunday, sometimes not. Like in the New Year's Eve, I asked people if they want to have that and they say no, it's family time. But yeah, usually every Sunday. Although right now, like I said, I'm in Thailand, so I'm not sure if I have time every Sunday because I also want to travel a little bit in the last weeks before I go home. But after that, when I go home in February, every Sunday again. No problem. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much, everybody, and see you soon. I have to find the end screen. There it goes. Bye.